Yo, this video is going to show the many different aspects of the game that will help you when you're starting out. The beginning tutorial gives you the most basic rundown, and then you need to figure out everything else. While that can be fun, I think this will give you a little boost in the right direction. At the beginning, you'll have nothing to your name but a ship and some cannonballs. So of course, the first thing you'll do is start sinking these merchants and pirates. It's great to look for ships that have a star next to their name as well, since they will drop chests, which are 500 gold each. Taking down ships, you'll mainly use your broadside, however always use your swivel guns when you can. You do this by pressing or holding Q to aim longer. Not only do these few shots do massive damage, but they have an impressive range, and don't use up any cannonballs. I always keep an eye on the cooldown, and many times initiate a fight or finish off a fight with it. It is also good to notice your cannon spread, aim height, and turn speed while shooting your broadsides. When you're moving around too much, you'll see that your cannons look scattered instead of lined up. You don't need to slow down, but you need to hold your aim to tighten that cone of fire. You also want to see where your cannons are actually going to hit. If you're aiming above the ship, you might hit a little sail, but otherwise miss major damage. Be sure you're aiming for the whole of the ship, so that all your cannons make contact for max damage. While later you can practice advanced maneuverability shots while turning, if done wrong, you'll miss a lot of shots, so I recommend holding a steady course to shoot, and then turn for now. Next, I want to cover important skills to choose as you begin to level up. There are a lot of helpful skills, however not all of them are very useful when you're just starting out. Since the first thing you're doing is sinking ships, gunnery crack will help you aim faster. To help defend yourself a little, choosing fire extinguishing will automatically put out small fires for you. Otherwise, you'll need to stop fighting and repair manually. Nobody has time for that. I find being able to use the lighthouses at ports incredibly useful for getting into port faster, as well as exiting, so the escort skill will allow you to use them. Trade affairs is actually only 250 gold, so you don't even have to use a skill point to unlock more trade slots. I think time is money, so getting fast travel is the way to travel between ports twice instead of only once. And seamanship is going to let you increase your max speed, indicated by a green arrow, by going roughly 20% angled against the wind. Soon, you'll want new ships, which will need you to craft items at ports, using crafting time. Helping Hand will make it so that you can do missions at the tavern and be rewarded more crafting time. The vulnerability skill will have a chance to lower target's crew when hit by any cannonball. This makes it easier for you to win a boarding fight. Paired with the donor skill, each time you win a boarding fight, it will heal your ship. Slave holding won't be available until level 15, but it's a must-have for fast progression. It will allow you to take their crew and a few captives after winning a boarding fight. Boarding is a huge part of this game. Since it could be challenging, that means it's rewarding. You want to take down your target's health below 50%, then you can initiate a boarding by going alongside them. You'll get close enough to see the pop-up telling you to press spacebar. Be sure not to be going too fast, because there is a 3-second window after boarding where your ship will continue to move, so match the speed of your target. While this is how you board, the next question is, should you? You'll want to aim at them and check their crew count. It will be obvious if they have more crew than you by the number being red. If it is not red and equal or less than yours, you have a good chance of winning. I'll put a video in the description to help with picking your crew and boarding fight strategy. I mentioned before that a skill will restore crafting time for your port. When you don't want to wait around for that to slowly come back and you want to continue crafting, using the tavern is a fantastic resource to bring that back. There are many different types of missions that you can accept. When the difficulty increases, so does the reward. You can accept multiple missions at the same time as well. So read what each one is asking, because there might be multiple delivery quests going to the same location. Easy money, easy experience, easy loot. Some missions even give experience to all your ship classes, which is really nice starting out. You'll also notice that some of them will give +1 to reputation. When you go to the location of a mission to accept it, you'll see at the bottom, choose a faction. While this isn't a must at the beginning of the game, it's not a bad idea to think about what faction you might like to join or stay neutral. I mention this for beginners because you'll need 33 reputation in a faction to be eligible to join. You can check this by pressing Tab and clicking Recent Entries at the top. Then on the bottom of the page, you'll see your reputation levels for each faction. If you're thinking of joining one, click the faction, click a guild, and instead of just sending an application, you can see the founder and admiral is listed. Send them a message to actually talk to them and ask what they are all about. Show them you're a person, are an active player, and have interest in figuring out this game. This goes the same with joining the Pirates and Trade Union. However, the Pirates come with a twist, since joining them will set your reputation to 0 for all factions. So it will be harder to build back up your reputation if you end up changing your mind. Pirates are outlaws. They don't know peace, so they will no longer be able to use the peace flag. That means they are opening themselves up to PvP everywhere they go. For people thinking pirates are cool, but don't like PvP, rethink your choices. Since choices are hard, go ahead and find an iron and coal mine as you explore. I'll also put a video about mines and private islands below, but even just spending 500 gold to start up these mines to collect on their own, while you continue to level, will only set you up for the future, since later on, you'll need these resources to build better ships. You could also grab a wood mine as well, which is helpful at the beginning. You'll eventually want to at least level them up to level 2, which is 3000 gold. Later you can really boost the yield by making captives that you stole from other ships work on your mines. This will drastically increase the amount of resources. This comes back to making sure you unlock your private island at level 9. Doing this sooner than later will let you use your island to collect the resources from these mines, so that you don't have to sail around so much. Also, to save time, when you sink merchants and pirates, you will sometimes get a map fragment. After you collect the needed amount, press Tab and navigate to the treasure maps. You can open these to reveal a yellow X on the map, where there is loot to be found. However, the location it appears is dependent on where you are on the map. So I personally barely go off the map so that the radius that it has to spawn is closer and in safe waters. If you were going to open it in Fiji, for example, the radius would be huge and a good chance to be in the center of the map, which is a PvP zone, which only puts your loot at risk. That doesn't mean you have to do it all alone, however. Find another solo player figuring out the game and guard each other. Hold control so that you can use your mouse while sailing and click their name. Message them and ask them if they want to join up together. Add them as a friend, and most importantly, form up a squadron together. When you're in a squadron, you get additional group experience when you take down other ships together. So it's a win-win, being able to team up to protect each other, but also dominate the seas. This would be an intro into how it would feel to be in a guild or faction. You can still hurt each other in PvP waters, so it takes awareness and skill to be able to PvP together. As you progress, you'll get bigger and bigger ships, and while looking at the map, you'll notice these barriers circling certain ports. These are shallow waters. It's where the water isn't deep enough, so a bigger ship will basically hit land and not be able to cross the barrier. It's the same if you were inside that port. You wouldn't be able to leave in a bigger ship. So among the many ports to choose to make your main, I suggest choosing one that isn't surrounded by shallow waters. It's also good to note, sometimes you end up capturing an NPC ship that is bigger than yours. If you try to sail into those shallow waters, that ship might not be able to join you, which would result in them not following you and be lost out at sea. You'll see them on the map and need to go fetch them after you leave the shallow waters. While this can be annoying, it creates a safe zone for lower tier ships to fight. If you decide to PvP, you'll only find people in low tier ships like yours in shallow waters. Lastly, I want to cover what items to keep or sell at the beginning. This is hard because the hoarding mentality will help you in the long run in this game, but sometimes for quick progression, you just need more gold to get what you need in the moment. The trading goods only purpose is to be sold, so definitely sell these items under that category. However, each item can be sold at higher prices at specific ports if you want max profit. I'll leave a video below that can supply a link to help out with that. Next is the valuables section, which are the more rare items in the game. Chests are just money, so at the beginning, go ahead and open them up. But going forward, you might want to keep them in chest form at your port. Battle marks are rare yet abundant. You'll use these for building and upgrading ships. At the beginning, you won't need that many, while other players may pay a high price. You can save yourself time in the future with your ships, or make quick money. Imperial fragments are the same basically, which the only purpose these hold are to make Imperial ships. If you have no plan right now on making ships from the Imperial line in the shipyard, then you can quickly sell these to other players, since you'll eventually need to collect a lot. I don't suggest selling your voodoo skulls, since there isn't a solid way to farm these. You'll use these in various ways, but most importantly to increase the number of ships you can have. Starting out, you're capped at 6, shown at the bottom left when at port. At the beginning, chest keys can fetch a high price if sold to other players. You'll need to collect 10, and then you can open a chest in the store at port. This is a complete gamble, since I've only ever gotten some random resources like iron and wood. However, some people have gotten amazing pay-to-win ships that change their progression entirely. Of course, that is extremely rare, but still possible. However, I sold my chest keys at the beginning. The insurance and construction license are for maxing out your port warehouse and building top-tier ships. This can be sold for some serious money, or kept for late game builds. I definitely suggest using an insurance on your home port, which will greatly increase its weight capacity. Next are the main resources you want to keep, because they are your bread and butter at the beginning. Iron ore, iron, wood, fabric, and coal will all be used to craft resources for ships. You'll continuously farm these for the entire game, so it's good to start early. The bulkheads, canvases, and beams will be the main ship ingredients you'll use, so if you craft them or find them, be sure to hold on to them. Fish, meat, supplies, and provisions are all food that your crew can eat. Keeping them fed is a must here in the open sea, however you might not need thousands of them. Feel free to sell off any extra that you notice you aren't using. Lastly, volcanic ore is a great way to get iron by smelting it down at the workshop. However, late game players will pay a pretty penny for these since they are used later on. I wouldn't save them right now, I'd smelt them down or sell them as needed. Antiquities can be smelted down into copper, the same as copper ore. The main purpose of these is to craft cannons and turn into bronze, which will also be used to craft cannons. I'll link a video to go deeper into cannons if you want to make the best cannons for your ship, but starting out, I think the standard cannons get the job done. So selling off these resources isn't a bad idea to me, since money is more important at times. Last thing, at the beginning, pick up everything you see at sea. You'll find resources, rare loot, special crew, and more. Can't pass up free loot. The game has a lot to figure out, and there's definitely more than one way to play. So only listen to what I have to say as a guide, rather than following every step. Sometimes a skill I didn't list will feel more suited to your playstyle. Or maybe you hate boarding and want to only focus on trading. I just want to help out a few people starting out, figure out a few tips that might progress them faster into the game. Be sure to check out my other guides, since you'll find out a ton of additional help.